How you doing, Brian? You all right?
Another semi-final, another defeat, but it's all okay. We're progressing. We're getting to these semi-finals. It's fantastic. Let's keep going. Mate, we are embarrassing. We are embarrassing. A London derby, a second leg where we have to come out fighting, and we see that. We see that. We are embarrassing.
Was that do you think it's cause of the players not caring enough, or do you think it's more just, what do you think that's down? Like, what do you think?
Like lack of ability?
Was it lack of ability? Like, do you blame the players for tonight?
Mate, the players, listen, we've said it before, there is a fundamental problem with the mentality at this club. There are players, listen.
What's that down to,
it's down to, you know exactly who it's down to. It's down to one thing.
Don't even set him off, Henry. You're trying. You're trying to prod him. You're trying
to. I'm going to be, mate. Listen, let's be box office. Listen, Levy. Let's do it. Listen, Levy has nothing to do with the performance on the pitch. He has everything to do with the fact that they are on the pitch. That's the problem. That's the problem. Don't get me wrong. We all know how I feel about Levy. Once they cross that white line, there's nothing that man can do. Well,
I guess what I'm trying to ask is, do you think the players who were on the pitch could have done more than they showed tonight? Or do you think that was the best they could offer?
And not only that, Conte didn't pick our strongest 11 available. Lloris was on the bench. Reguilon wasn't available. So, you do have a point.
God knows what's happened to Reguilon. He went off at half time in his performance against Southampton, hasn't been seen since. Or I think he might have come on for a few minutes here and there. We have a left back in Sessegnon, ready to go and would have been attackive, creative, or at least have those attributes. But we play a right back that's not good enough to play at right back at left back.
So do you blame Conte for that?
Mate, do you know what? And I've been saying, there's a few people talking about this. I don't know if this came up in your stream or I don't know if you've been talking about it on the fan show. I don't know if this is him sending a message. I don't know if this is him sending a message. This is what I've got. Lloris is obviously, the Lloris one is a weird one. Like in the second leg of a semi-final, this is when you drop him. I mean, unless he's picked up a little knock and he's concerned about Sunday, then I get it.
Do you think he said to
Galini, why have him on the bench?
Do you think he said to Galini, sorry to cut you off, Brian, do you think he said, I've agreed to have you as my goalkeeper, and when Galini went on his loan deal, he said, I've got to play a certain amount of games. Obviously, Lloris is going to start every league game, you'd hope, touch wood unless there's an injury. But do you think he said, in his contract somewhere, there's a certain amount of games? Because, let's be honest, we've only really got the FA Cup to play for now. Is FA Cup top four?
Well, the thing is, mate, I would have said that with the goalkeeper if he hadn't played Lloris in the first leg at Stamford Bridge. I
don't think Galini was on the bench though for some reason last week.
No, we had two goalkeepers on the bench that day because that's what we do. That's what we do. Such is the squad in depth and the strength here that this is what we do. And listen, mate, Lucas Moura, you cannot doubt this guy's dedication, commitment, and what he's incredible. I think Emerson, if he crosses a ball, his feet fall off because he just can't do it. I think he's scared that if he actually makes a successful... I mean, Simeon, you and me were there for Palace. I think that was his one successful cross in his whole time.
In 4 months.
Winks played okay. Davies played okay. The rest... I mean, Tanganga. What the hell is going on with Tanganga?
Do you think he needs a loan move?
He needs a loan move desperately because the thing I've nicknamed him Street View, as in Google Street View, because all we do is we like that yellow guy Street View on Google Maps. That's all we do when we have a hole with the defence. Oh, let's just drop him in there. Let's drop him in there. He needs to go on loan like Jose did with Sessegnon and say, right, you're going to a team, your future's at left wing back, you're going to a team that will play you. We need to identify what his position is, whether it be right, whatever the club decide. Well, I think it's right centre back of a 3 or a centre back on the right, not right wing back or anything. But if Conte says I want you to play there, then fine, play there. But he needs to play. His confidence is shot to bits, and then obviously, let's go. You know what, I've seen that game was just so horrific. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's get on to the juicy stuff. the real stuff. The Adama Traore now to be alone.
Alone with an
And people
obligation
go-
to buy.
Obligation to buy.
Yeah, but you
Obligation
know
to
what?
buy,
And
actually.
see, obviously, you know, I can read Levy like a book, and I am fluent. I am fluent in talking shit like Levy. So what's going to happen is it's an obligation to buy. Yeah. So but apparently we're having this big spend in the summer. If we get him on a loan with an obligation to buy, 70 million of our summer budget is done on Romero and Adama. Done. So whatever you were thinking we were going to spend in the summer, 70 million minus it straight away for those two loans with obligations to buy. Now, Simeon, obviously, you and me were doing an update New Year's Eve. I was with Ben all last week. We're thinking of making an interest. Yes, we're confirming. Yeah, we might do. Yeah, we might. Look, Levy goes to Bermuda, but Bahamas. I wish it was a Bermuda and he got lost in the fucking triangle. But literally, he goes to the Bahamas, whether it was for naming rights, whether it was for investment, whether it was for to discuss transfer policy. Then, Simeon, I was in the car with you yesterday when we said he's back from the meeting and we said we want this, 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 and this. And then within a day, we've gone from making a £20 million bid to making a loan.
Brian, just quickly, do you think, I'm not trying to be devil's advocate at all, do you think Levy is banking on Conte to get top four just so we get that Champions League money? And the other thing I would say is, Paratici, I'm not defending him at all because I'm Levy out just like you are. You know, I was at the protest just the same as you two are. But do you think Paratici is gunning for these free transfers? You know, Jesse Lingard, Kessie, etc., etc. So we don't have to go and spend this budget that we might not have. And with free transfers, the only thing that I'm leaning towards not going for the free transfers is you always have to pay higher wages. You know, when Aaron Ramsey signed as a free transfer for Juventus, he was on 400 grand a week. We're not in a position to go, do you know what, bring a free transfer in, but you're going to be paid more than Harry Kane and Hugo Lloris.
When are people going to wake up? There is no budget. There is nothing.
There's money there, but there's not money for a transfer budget because
There's money to build
and Nini have got more
there's
money
to
than
build
sense.
flats, there's money to build a hotel. There's money to build that.
And a golf
money
course.
to go on players. Money to go on players. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Why would a football team want to invest in players?
We're
That's
just an
stupid,
insurance
we.
policy. That's all we are.
That's-
Levy's got all these little
that's
businesses, and it's don't worry, I've got money stashed away with Tottenham when it all goes tits up.
So no, mate. Listen, you've got to look at this as well. If Daniel Levy is banking on top four, he thinks he can do it with that squad. He thinks he can do it. Mate, I openly confess I spent 8 months in a mental health institution. If he thinks we can get top four on that, he needs to lock himself into one himself because he's deluded. He's deluded. If anyone in this community, anyone of the Spurs fan base, anyone in this chat actually think we're going to get top four, and the only way we do it is if other teams struggle. You got to remember, we've lost to Chelsea twice now. We got the filth on Sunday. Then we go to Leicester. West Ham have got ahead of us in a fourth or whatever.
And then
If
got
we
Chelsea
don't win
again.
if we don't win Arsenal, Chelsea, and Leicester in the league, those 3 games we've got in hand are pointless.
Brian, where do you
Let's
think?
really get-
I've asked the last 2 people that. Sorry to interrupt you again. Where do you think, looking at this team, say we do get Adama Traore on loan, right? Obligation
Yep.
FC. Where do we finish? 7th, 8th, 9th?
No, mate. Do you know what? Yeah, all right. So, yeah, that's right. I'm just like, yeah, top four. I'm only joking. Come on, top four. No, mate. I think honestly, the Conte factor is huge for us. But you can see he is starting to get pissed. He is starting to get pissed. Again, he wasn't very animated on the touchline. Like literally, I mean, it was the first time I'd seen him when I went Palace with Simeon. And I couldn't believe it. I was saying to Simeon whole game, "Oh my god, look at him! He's incredible! Look at him! Look at him! He's like, dance for me, monkey, dance!" He's literally he's non-stop. Has no idea what his technical zone is because he walks anywhere but there. But today it's just pacing up and down.
Is Levy seeing that though? Is he seeing that? You know, we're not seeing the
Mate.
fan cam anymore. Is he actually seeing that? Because you've got the. I don't want to upset any Pochettino fans. He was an amazing manager for us, but Conte is in the peak of his powers. He's probably the best manager we've had in 40 years. At that elite level, we're bringing in, not coming off the back of a Pochettino who had to build slowly. We're bringing in someone who's just won a league title, right? If we don't back him, then we're gonna, like I said to you, we're gonna get a Graham Potter, and we're in the same old shit. We have to deliver.
Henry, so you asked me, can Levy see this? So let's play a different kind of game. So that parasite, that great businessman, that footballing genius, wanted Mourinho for 20 years, yeah? Scouted him for 20 years, tried to get him. Saw Mourinho go everywhere he went. What did Mourinho do? Spend millions, win trophies, turn toxic, leave. At every single club. The first thing he was guaranteed was the money to buy players. Oh, I want him. I've wanted him for 20 years. He's so great. He's so brilliant. You bring in a guy that wins medals everywhere he goes. Oh, yeah, you can have Matt Doherty. We won't get you won't get you Skriniar. We'll go get you Joe Rodon. This is what we do. We get to a final, what I hired you to do. Oh, I'll sack you before it. How long? This man can't see. This man can't see. He has. I can't actually believe he has the nerve to turn up today. I really thought literally. I was hoping he had jet lag, but I'm telling you now. And the thing I'm really concerned about, and I was talking to Ben about this earlier, is if we lose against Arsenal, and you can feel the tension in that stadium tonight, it's going to get toxic again. But this time, I can guarantee you, no one's going to be singing Conte out. So what you're going to unfortunately have is Levy in versus Levy out. And this stadium is going to be even worse. Because I don't know, everyone going, yeah, do you know what? We're making progress back in the sugar days. We didn't get to semi-finals. We didn't get to finals. Well, do you know what? I'd rather we didn't get to a semi-final and play that performance. Every time we get there, other clubs, when they see players or managers, let's say managers, when they leave and go, I've taken the squad as far as I can go. When you see these players can't get the job done and can't get it to a semi-final or can't get to a final, when we get there, can't get it over the line, instead of saying, do you know what, we've tried this, I think we've got as far as we can go with you, we're going to upgrade you, we give them new contracts. That's what we do.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely spot on. I mean, we've done it for the last 20 odd years, but I know you're pretty much like myself, and you try to call things as real as possible. Hand on heart, do you think we'll beat Arsenal? Judging off the performance we played today, I know your heart's going to say one thing, your mind's going to say another. You know, with potentially no Dyer if he's not fit, no Reguilon because he's nowhere to be seen, no Heung-min Son through injury. You know, do you think he will get a reaction out of tonight's defeat and we'll go and beat Arsenal?
Mate, you'll never, ever hear me say we can't beat Arsenal. I just can't say it. I'm not programmed to do that. I just don't. I can't say it. It's not looking good. And I'll tell you one thing right now. If Dyer's not there, forget it. That's how bad it, or not how bad it is, because Dyer, no, I take that back because Dyer's been super. But we can clearly see just how vital that man is. And people that have been saying, oh, do you know what? He's not been playing well and he's not doing good this season. He's not done this. He's not done that. Well, what you notice with a player that's been playing well is you notice him when he's not there.
100%.
And you can, like with Ollie Skip, when he didn't play against Arsenal in that embarrassment in the first half of the Chelsea game when we lost 3-0 in the league. As soon as he comes in, you know he's there. Eric Dyer, even the people that are Dyer out, Dyer's rubbish, Dyer's whatever, he's not up to grade, we need an upgrade. Yeah, we might need an upgrade. I think everyone's upgradable apart from Kane, Son, Romero, Lloris. But you can blatantly tell that defence is missing someone passing from the back. It's missing leadership. It's missing communication. Like I had this discussion with Simeon yesterday. Ben Davies did a great job at Chelsea, but there is a different level between Dyer and Davies in communication. And you can clearly see it. And if Dyer is not there on Sunday, big problems.
I agree with you. And that's kind of what Conte was saying in his post-match interview today. He was saying how He was asked about the North London derby going into it, and he was asked, how are you feeling about it? What are your opinions on it? And he said that we just got to hope we have to hope we have some players back, because we have our first 11, and if 2 or 3 players are missing, then we're in trouble. And we saw that tonight.
Yep.
And that's exactly what Conte's saying about the North London derby. So I think it's absolutely spot on. And we better hope Dyer is back for that game. Otherwise, we could be in big trouble.
Oh, mate, we are. There is. Well, put it this way again, mate. I had that debate with Ben. Jesus Christ, I almost went a whole interview without saying it the wrong way around.
Nearly did it.
Like, almost Simeon, so close, so close. So yeah, I completely lost my train of thought there. What was I talking about?
You said you were talking to Ben, having a debate with Ben about.
Oh yeah, having that transfer debate with Ben last Friday, and people were like, calm down. It's only a week. Well, now we've passed a third, and the day before Arsenal, we're halfway through the transfer market.
And
halfway through. What's happened? We're still thinking about registering a bid. Do you know what? I'm going to read.
Brian, my question to you is, why can't we do this? Why have Aston Villa signed Coutinho in 24 hours on loan, and now they're on the verge of signing Digne? Why have Newcastle just brought in our old right back, who is an upgrade on Emerson and Doherty, in 3 or 4 days? Why are we're considering, we're looking? Why is it the same old shit? And it's regardless of the owner, because the money's there, but why does it take us an eternity to get any business done?
Mate, do you know what? This is before I started to come on YouTube. This is what you see with this parasite. So, do you remember when we signed Lucas Moura?
Yeah.
I was going mad on my WhatsApp groups because Lucas Moura arrived the day before deadline day and was in London. I woke up on transfer deadline day. It was the first transfer deadline day that I was in Canada. Aubameyang flew to Arsenal and signed from Germany. Giroud went to Chelsea and signed. And Batshuayi went to Dortmund to complete that triangle and signed before we signed Moura. All in one day.
It's not how when we
signed, mate, honestly, I'm not joking. Literally, I could have a full-on Cody Mack beard by the time we get a transfer done. It is goddamn ridiculous. This has got dragging this out till deadline day written all over it. But once again, don't worry, things are going to change. Conte's here. He's been assured money. Woohoo! It's coming. It's happening. It's not my first rodeo. This has been happening season after season, window after window, and still nothing changes. Yet still people say, yeah, well, listen, you've got to take that. Let's wait till the summer. Oh, no. Conte's just come. You've got to give it. And when you say Villa, Gerrard's been there quicker or shorter than Conte.
And they've made 2 signings.
You put Conte and his medals and his achievements next to Steven Gerrard as a manager. Who are you going to back? Oh, let me think. Antonio goddamn Conte. What do we get? Mate, like I said, get ready for me protesting outside the training ground as of next week. Every single day.
Next week? Is that confirmation, Brian?
Well, it's not. Put it this way. I actually wanted to do something tonight, but then what happened?
Tonight?
Well, I'm not going to go into details now because we might do it at Arsenal. In fact, fuck it. I will tell it. What we wanted to do is, rather than protesting during the game, because obviously you've seen it, Simeon, and it's hard to get it going, whatever, we were not going to leave the ground. And a few of us were all going to get together and just start screaming it whilst the press was still there, when no one's there, so the press will see us, and hopefully the press will get it. Because it's worth... Why try and do it with 62,000 people when only a certain amount will join in, when you can get a big group or a small group, whatever, right by the press club? Oh, well, why are these guys still here? And then start screaming and shouting. So that's going to happen after Arsenal if we lose. And then if we still sign no one, and we lose to Arsenal, my plan is to be outside the training ground every single day apart from match days until the deadline day. People know this. I'm already getting people saying they're going to join me, but obviously we know what happened with the protest, Simeon, last time when... a lot of people on chat say they're going to come, I will be there. I don't care if I'm by myself. I don't care. I don't care. I'm here for a short amount of time. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do.
All right, Brian. Well, let's just hope we sign someone before Arsenal because.
And you know what? I'm
Levy
going to
should
win
be shaking his
and
boots.
Simeon, congratulations, because you and me are going to win the lottery in every single country in the world before then. So we're all good because that's the chances. So we'll see. But yeah, enough is enough, mate. I want my Tottenham back. We want our Tottenham back. And like I said, people may be with me or against me, but the people who are with me also know the man behind Levy Out and what I stand for and what I'm like and know me off camera and off this Levy Out bandwagon. And I'm a man of my word. And I'm only here for a limited amount of time, as we all know. It's not like I'm here all year round and I can do what I want when I want regards to this. I have a short window to do this, to make my voice heard, where I can actually be at the ground or the training ground. So I am going to take that moment. I must admit, so many people came up to me in the ground, Sim, and I was like, when I said, "Oh,
today-
David," and I thought some of them were going to go, "Oh, Brian, shut up, we leave it." Every single one of them, Brian, I salute you, I salute you, I salute you. Carry on, carry on. So the support is there. The support is goddamn there. But anyone that still leave you on the fence and leave you in, and they phone and come in, or they put on Twitter, "Oh yeah, look, we got to a semi-final. We're making Don't ever phone into these things or tweet, "Oh my God, this is pathetic." You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. So yeah.